TMP personal user settings should be set before scheduling or being scheduled for a telehealth appointment using TMP. Users should update personal user settings to ensure that emails are sent and received in the correct time zone, working hours are set on the user resource calendar, security roles and teams are updated to perform duties within TMP. First, navigate to your personal record by typing in the email address in the search function. Click on your name to open up the record. At the top of the user record, there are tabs that contain specific fields that should be completed for each user. The lock icon next to some of the fields indicate those fields are not editable but are managed by the system. Generally, users can edit basic fields in their own user record like time zones and contact information. The summary tab contains the time zone, which is critically important. This setting determines the time zone in which the user will be scheduled. If this is not set, the user will automatically be scheduled in Eastern time zone. Once a time zone is updated, scroll to the Teams grid to see Teams users the users are associated with. The provider preferences should be updated for TMP users with the clinician provider set as their type. You can also validate the specialties and subspecialties for that particular user. If you scroll down the page, users should ensure that the specialty that is supported within TMP is selected. For example, if you are a scheduler who schedules with mental health, you should ensure that your mental health specialty is added to your record. Users can click Add Existing Specialty to add that specialty to their record. The Contact Information tab includes all the telephone numbers as applicable. It also includes the mailing address. Update this as needed. The Emergent Care tab contains direct contact information that would be used to contact you in the event of a telehealth emergency during a video visit and when we sent via email to patient care sites. Note, this emergency contact number does not get sent to the patient. CVT is a non-mandatory tab. These fields can be used to track CVT type training and organizational information. The Related tab shows the related fields in which the user is connected. The final area of the TMP user record to be validated are the work hours. Select the Work Hours tab from the user record. To set up a new calendar, first select the date on which the new schedule will start. Click the drop-down next to Setup to set up the work hours. Then click New Weekly Schedule. First, if the work hours are same each day, select Set Work Hours. You can set the work hours for the user and add breaks as needed. If the schedule varies by day, select Vary by Day. Uncheck the days in which the user is not working. If the user has different working hours on different days, select the days in which the working hours differ. Update the working hours to match the time in which that user is going to be working. Ensure that each day is updated appropriately. To observe business closures, such as federal holidays, select Observe. If the user is scheduled or can be scheduled on a federal holiday, select Do Not Observe. Select the date in which you want the calendar to start. Finally, ensure the time zone is set to the user record in which they are viewing TMP. To set up a work schedule for one day, click the Setup drop-down, then select Work Schedule for one day. Select the date in which the schedule will apply and set the work hours for that particular day. Users will notice that the time that is set up that is unique to one day will look different than the rest of the calendar. To set up time off, click up the drop-down next to Setup and then select Time Off. Type in a reason for the time off. Please make sure that the time off is generic. Select the start time and end time for the time off. If it's an all-day event, check all-day event. If the course of the time off is over the course of many days, you can select different time frame. If it's an all-day event, you can select multiple days. Finally, ensure the time zone is set for that user.